Thank you so much for joining our Warrior Spirit. Today, we're going to be looking at how our personal values guide and navigate our life journey. We have been talking about transformation in this month of January. And if you've been following along with us, we started 2 weeks ago talking about our purpose and building our purpose statement, creating a vision and engaging in visualization. Last week was about identity. And today we're going to be talking about values. And on Thursday, we'll cover beliefs. The fulfillment formula is based on the logical levels of change by Robert Dilts. And as you can see in this pyramid, that purpose is at the top. And what we need to remember is that we will always come back and ground all of these different aspects of who we are and where we are in life to our purpose. And it's that act that really brings alignment. It creates the fulfillment and happiness that we're all desiring. It also allows us to be more successful in achieving the goals that we set for ourselves. So today, as we're talking about values, let's remember that we want to associate these values with our identity and with our purpose. And that each week as we go through, we're learning more and more to build a greater meaning in our life. Values are the principles or standards of behaviors that we engage in. They're also the judgments that we make on what's important in life. Practically, values are the guiding principles that help us to make decisions. They're continually running in our subconscious, but influencing how we respond. In essence, they're the lens through which we view ourselves in the world. They are the foundations of our life, which are our personal truths. They're our beliefs. They form our self-esteem, determine the direction of relationships, our careers, what we choose to engage in, and they also help us to develop resilience. Let's talk about why you should discover your values. What are the things that it helps you to have in your life? Well, it helps you to communicate more effectively who you are. It also helps you to develop beliefs that would support who you are. And your values and beliefs are then the foundation for which you stand and also dictating the actions that you are taking. So if at the end of the day, you're not creating the action steps, achieving the desired outcomes, it's important that you step back and really look deeper. And that's what the fulfillment formula is all about. So to have a better idea of where you are aligning in your life with your values, we have a few questions here that can help you to determine if your life is being lived in alignment with your values, and you're experiencing the happiness that comes with that, or potentially you're not experiencing happiness. Maybe you're very frustrated, maybe even depressed or experiencing some anxiety. So let's take a look at these questions. Have you ever found yourself asking, is there more to life, or how did I end up here? Have you had an intuitive feeling that something isn't right? It just feels off. What about not feeling excited after accomplishing something that you had set out to do? Do you continually look for the approval of others? Or maybe you've experienced feelings of guilt, but could not pinpoint why you were feeling those. By answering these questions, if you answer maybe one or two, or maybe all of them, depending on where you're at, with yes, I have experienced that, we'd like to suggest that you gaining a greater understanding and knowing your personal values will allow you to be intentional in developing the life that you seek to live. Knowing these core values can also help you when you come up against specific daily dilemmas. Like I said before, they're the compass. They light the way for you. Understanding them will help you to then define and prioritize the goals in your life. Unlike goals, though, values do not have an endpoint. They're ever evolving. And living in your values has so many benefits, which we'll talk about towards the end. Here's a few questions that can help you gain greater insight to your personal values. First, let's look at what values were you raised with? This is important because oftentimes our values just become part of how we were raised. Maybe there are parents' values or community, or maybe if you have a religious affiliation, your values came from there. How are you currently engaging in life? What are the things that you seem to value? Are those things that you're currently engaging and living in, are those values similar to those that you were raised with? Or are they different? We're just looking to gain a greater awareness by asking ourselves these questions. Another way to identify a value you might have is to looking at where are you frustrated in life? What things make you frustrated with others? So maybe you get really frustrated that things aren't organized. And so potentially you value organization, but you're frustrated because your life is not in alignment with that currently. Another fun exercise you can do is to create a bucket list. And when you're creating a bucket list of the things that you want to accomplish in a year or maybe 5 years, you can look and see, are there themes? Maybe your bucket list is around travel or doing things with your family. Potentially, those are values that you hold at your core. You can also look at times when you were the happiest and ask yourself, what were you doing? Who were you with? Ask yourself, where were you most proud? And what was it that you were proud of? Once you have answered these questions, you can download our personal values list from our website. And I would challenge you to circle those that are in your answers or highlight them. And then we'll move into part 2 of understanding your values. And that would be to try to reduce the size of your list to about 5 to 10 values. So as you are looking at the paper where you've circled and highlighted what values you saw in your answers, I want you to see if there are some that you could combine to make one. And then I want you to also ask, does this truly resonate with me at my core? And then once you have that list of 5 to 10, I want you to rank them in order from greatest to least, and then write down the top 5 values. You can also download the My Top 5 Values sheet on our website. And I would encourage you to print it off and post it in a place that you can see it at least once a day, if not more. This will help you to begin focusing and aligning yourself with those values. Like we talked about in the week 1, it will also help you to start visualizing what it is that you want to cultivate in your life by having those in a place that you can see them. We realize this work is not easy, but let us encourage you, it is worth it. Values provide perspective in the worst of times and the best of times. Let's look at a few of the benefits you stand to gain by knowing and living your values. It could improve your relationships. It could inspire better health and habits. You could develop more passionate communication. You could have the ability to act with greater assertiveness. It might reduce your stress and increase your happiness. Improve your decision-making and problem-solving skills. Increase your willpower, which improves your persistence and your resilience. Each of these things are needed for you to meet those goals that you have for yourself and to have joy and fulfillment in the process. I don't know about you when you look at your life and you assess whether or not this is worth it or not. But I know when I did the cost benefit analysis in my life, the benefits of doing this work far outweighed the cost. These benefits are what has led me to experience greater fulfillment, happiness, and meaning in my life. It's allowed me to move into more of an alignment. For me, family, success, meaning, having peace were all key values that I have begun to cultivate to even a greater level through our warrior spirit. Through putting myself out there as a coach, I have faced my own fears, my limiting beliefs, but it was because of the work that I did around purpose, identity, and values. So I hope that you can be encouraged that the work is worth it, even though it's hard. And we're here to inspire and encourage you, our community, because we want you to experience lasting transformation and have that life of greater fulfillment, happiness, and meaning. Each week, we share content and free resources to support you in your personal development. But we also offer group coaching and one-on-one coaching. And we would love, if you want to take your transformational journey to the next level, that you would go to our website and that you would schedule your free coaching session. This is going to allow you to learn a little bit more about what coaching has to offer you, how it could help you in achieving your desired outcomes. And it will give you some tools, even if you decide not to move forward with coaching. We're here to answer your questions and help you to feel confident in moving forward in a direction that is best suited to achieve your goals. I'd like to take a couple minutes and just highlight a few testimonials of clients that I worked with in the past. In both of these clients, you're going to see that they were not confident in what coaching could help them with, and that they were maybe a little bit fearful, but then they jumped in anyways, and they experienced a great benefit of aligning their life with their goals. In the first testimonial, you can see that this client was unsure if they could even be vulnerable enough to speak about the things that were truly holding them back. They were able to feel safe in the environment and see how powerful they really were. In our time together, they recognized that all the painful experiences that had held them back were truly stepping stones to breakthroughs. She felt like on paper that might not seem like a lot, but it positively impacted the way she saw herself, and she was able to address limiting beliefs that had been holding her back. It was such a privilege to walk that journey with her and to see her embrace her limiting beliefs and be successful in achieving what she had set out for herself. The next client, they reminded us that the gift you give yourself, the greatest gift that you can give yourself, is taking time to realign with your goals. But she recognized that that isn't easy. And to be honest, she says that she didn't even think she needed help, but come to find out, she did. Her goal was to get on track with healthy habits and weight loss. But little did she know that taking time to speak out loud about her struggles and poor habits would open the door to success. The questions that were asked allowed her to look deeply into herself and discover why she was continuing with habits that no longer benefited her. She shares that this is a journey and an ongoing process, but that the tools she gained will allow her to go forward and be more successful in other areas of her life. We hope that you will give yourself the gift of alignment with your purpose, your vision, your identity, and your values. Join us back on Thursday to learn more about how to create the beliefs that will allow you to move forward without fear on Thursday. And check out our website, follow our social media so that you can get all the free resources that will help you and encourage you along your path towards accomplishing all that you desire to be. This week, go out and be strong, be bold, be brave, stand in your fierceness, and overcome those obstacles that are keeping you from your goal. Have a great day. We look forward to seeing you soon.